Hey everyone, it's the Urban Window Farmer. So I just got back from a 7-day vacation and I wanted to give you guys an update on how the tower looks after being left unattended for 7 days. So I'm going to use the same format as I normally do. I'm going to start from the top of the tower, go down and work my way around and show you guys all of the growth so far. So growing in the top left pod, we have a passion vine. And this passion vine has really started to take off. You can see it kind of, the growth pattern is cascading up, and it kind of fell over and grabbed a hold of my pan holder in my kitchen here, and it's just kind of continuing to grow and get extremely bushy, and you got a lot of green leaves coming off of it. So there's two of them, of course. So there's two pods, one in the top left, one in the top right. This is the second pod right here, and they're both kind of like grabbing onto each other, cascading up and down the tower, and it's interesting to watch. Yeah, no fruit yet, but those are the passion vines. Then I have a determinate red cherry tomato plant right here from an AeroGarden pod. So there's one, and then there's one below it right there. So those seem to be pretty healthy, doing pretty well. And then if you look here, I have a spearmint cutting. Just bought some mint from the grocery store, and then I put it in some water to wait for roots to appear, and then I put it in the tower. So it's about doubled in size since I put it in there so far. And then right directly below it is a pepper plant, and so I harvested all the peppers off of it and then started waiting for new growth. Here's one of the newer peppers that I haven't harvested yet. So that one is about ready to be harvested. And there's some other smaller ones on the bush as well. But that's a pretty good sized pepper, I would say. I am curious how long this pepper plant will keep producing. You can see there's some smaller peppers that are still on the way. But yeah, just very curious how long a pepper plant can continue to produce peppers. And then right below it, we have another pepper plant, and this one, I've harvested everything off of it, kind of waiting for the next flowering to occur. Haven't really seen anything yet on that pepper plant. And then here we have some romaine lettuce. This is one of the newer romaine lettuce plants that I put into the tower. It's a little further away from the light, so I was just curious to see how that's going to end up. I have this small cayenne pepper plant from seed, and you can see it's already started to grow its first true leaves. And then the other side of the tower, I have green onions. I've already cut them several times. I believe you can regrow green onions about 3 or 4 times before you have to start again. Then I have this cilantro plant. It looks like it's pretty close to flowering because I haven't been harvesting it. I was away on vacation, so we'll need a cilantro refresh pretty soon. And then right below it, I have a green leaf lettuce variety. And then to the left of that, I have 3 consecutive red leaf lettuce varieties. And these are much closer to the light, so you can see that they're really flourishing. And I've already started cutting away the outer leaves for salads. Look how dense the leaves are on these. Yeah, I really don't want them to start flowering, so I think from what I've read, the more you harvest it, the less likely they are to start flowering, because once they start flowering, the plant gets extremely bitter and it's not as appetizing to eat. And then right below the lettuce plants, I have this cilantro, which is also probably going to start flowering soon. I haven't harvested it enough. And then another green leaf lettuce variety. And then down in those bottom 2 pods, I have one mustard green on the left and another red velvet lettuce plant on the right. And right above that, there's a little bit more green onion cuttings. Then I have a pretty mature poblano pepper plant. You can see those are the 2 fully grown peppers that I haven't harvested yet from it. But there's also a lot of new leaves that are coming off of it, new growth. And I'm assuming that Probably once I harvest these, I'll get more peppers, but I already see some small peppers coming off. And then starting from the top, there's a pretty mature yellow pear cherry tomato plant, and it is an indeterminate variety, so it will continue to grow as long as the environment is right. And it is a lot of new leaves are coming off of it, new flowers and new growth. But it's a very big plant. It starts from the top of the tower and works its way all the way down. So this is more of an experiment as well. Started growing it outside, brought it indoors, and it continues to grow. I'm curious to see how long this thing can survive before I have to move it into the compost bin. And also at the top pod, there's another passion vine. And you can see I'm pointing to it. It kind of works its way down the tower. Here's a good look at the pot where it originates from. And it just, like I said, it goes down. And then it also goes back up. And you can see it kind of merges with the other ones on the other side. So I'm able to grow a lot of passion vine leaves, waiting for fruit though. So here is a jalapeno pepper plant. I harvested all of the mature peppers off of it, but you can see these little small little peppers that are starting to form. And curious how many of those I can get. And then here is a romaine lettuce plant, pretty mature, ready to go. I've already started to harvest the outer leaves for salads. And again, this is another situation where I just need to continually harvest them so that I don't, so I can avoid the flowering stage and the bitter taste. But on this side, there's a few of these romaine lettuce plants. You can see the light tube right next to it, so it's in a really good spot. And they're growing very quickly and very dense. It's a little hard for me to get back to this side of the tower because it's so close to the wall, but you should be able to kind of see all of those. Maybe there's around 7 different romaine lettuce plants back there. And then at the far back, you can see this is a basil plant, and I think it's starting to flower, but it hasn't really changed the taste too much. So I'm going to try to move around to the other side of the tower, give you guys a look at a few more plants. So here, there's a couple more romaine lettuce plants. Again, this romaine lettuce is also really close to the light tube, so they are growing very quickly. This one is a couple of weeks newer than the one on the other side, so just to give you guys an idea of how old the plant is. And then you can see the basil from a different angle. So it's just standard green basil plant, and you can see there are some flowers coming off of it. And up here you have another mint plant from a cutting. And if I go down to the bottom, you can see there's another small cherry tomato plant. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week. This has been an update of the Martian Tower Garden, growing indoors in my kitchen after 7 days of being left alone unattended. So, if you guys have any questions or comments about the Martian Tower Garden, please leave them in the comments. I make an attempt to answer all questions and comments within 24 hours of them being posted. Thanks for watching. If you do like this kind of content, please become a member of the channel. I'm also going to suggest a couple more videos that you may want to watch here. You can see a video when I first brought my tower garden indoors, and also a video about thinning lettuce plants. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.